Rising Peace. Session 7, Episode 6. When peace learned to stand under falling snow. The war in Ukraine did not begin with shouting. It began with a sound many mistook for thunder. In the early hours of February, while winter pressed against apartment blocks and fields lay sealed beneath frost, the sky over Kyiv cracked open. Windows trembled. Dogs barked. People woke not to clarity, but to disbelief. This was not an exercise. This was not distant. This was war. In a small town north of the capital, Iryna stood in her kitchen holding a cup of tea. The surface rippled. Somewhere far off, smoke rose into the pale morning. She thought first of her mother asleep in the next room, then of her son, his school bag waiting for a day that would not happen. Outside, neighbors gathered in coats over pajamas. Phones lit faces with breaking news. Someone said the word invasion out loud. The air shifted. Words do that when they finally catch up to truth. The roads filled quickly. Cars idled. Bags were packed with the strange logic of panic. Documents and photographs, bread and water, one toy, one coat too few. Shelters opened beneath churches and schools. People learned within hours how to live underground. And yet, even in those first days, before grief had names, peace appeared. Not as denial, not as calm, but as resolve. Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Courage did not look like fearlessness. It looked like doing the next right thing with shaking hands. Iryna wrapped her son in a scarf and walked him to the basement shelter. She met a neighbor's eyes and nodded. In that nod lived an agreement no one spoke. We will not abandon one another. Volunteers appeared before systems did. Someone brought soup. Someone organized blankets. Someone wrote down the names of the elderly so no one would be forgotten. Priests unlocked doors and said little. Presence was enough. Peace did not stop the missiles. It stopped something else from breaking. In another city, Serhiy, a schoolteacher, erased the day's lesson from the chalkboard and wrote instead, "You matter. Take care of each other. War teaches speed. Peace teaches attention." In line at a pharmacy, a woman counted pills into her palm and put half back on the counter. For the next person. No one applauded. The line moved on. This was the grammar of rising peace, quiet, unspectacular, stubbornly human. As sirens became routine, another rhythm emerged. A man stayed behind to board windows. A musician carried a cello into a subway station and played, not to distract from fear, but to remind it that beauty still existed. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Those words were not poetry. They were tested, hour by hour. Iryna's son asked, "Will our house be here tomorrow?" She answered the truth she could carry. We are here today, and we are together. Peace sometimes answers the deeper question instead of the obvious one. As the world debated strategy, peace learned its oldest lesson again. Survival without love hollows the soul. Ukraine offered a witness, not only of resistance, but of dignity. People guarded the elderly, sheltered strangers, refused to let fear dictate every response. Rising peace does not deny the necessity of defense. It asks what kind of people defense is meant to protect. When Iryna finally boarded a train west, pressed between strangers who would become companions, she carried little. But she carried something essential: hands that steadied, neighbors who stayed, kindness that arrived faster than orders. War had come uninvited. Peace answered anyway. Not as victory, not as resolution, but as presence. In Ukraine's early days, peace learned to stand under falling snow and rising smoke, not because danger would pass quickly, but because something deeper would endure. And in that endurance, rising peace took root once more. This is only a summary version of this episode. The full Rising Peace book will be released in spring or summer 2026. If this reflection moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. Help Rising Peace reach hearts that are still standing under their own falling snow. Thank you for walking this path of peace with me, Deacon Pham.